Hey guys, and welcome back to our next episode of the Unbothered podcast, where we are breaking down America's fifth sport, The Challenge, Season 36 Double Agents. This episode is episode number 12, titled Tinker, Tailor, Bunny, Spy. Don't forget to follow us on our Facebook groups, The Challenge Unbothered, Reality TV Unbothered. Our page is The Unbothered Podcast, and you can catch us on Twitter at MTV's The, and that's it. So let's get down into this episode. If you don't remember last week's episode, they left us on a cliffhanger. They didn't actually perform the elimination. The last thing that we saw was that Devin and Gabby were the compromised agents. Earlier in the episode, Lolo went home because she's an Olympian. Duh. And she lost her shoe in the swimming competition, and that's why she lost, don't you know? And Big T and CT solidified their second daily win of the season, thanks to Big T's great swimming skills and gripping skills due to pole dancing classes on the rope. So they jump right into this, the security breach. What is it? What's going on? We want to know, TJ. Tell us. The last time we had one, you brought back Ashley into the game. So what is it this time? And he announces that the security breach is a double elimination. And it's the first one of the season, and we're all pretty sure it's a guy's elimination, which he does announce as well. And so because it's a double elimination, what does TJ say? But let's see who the second team was with the most amount of votes to go in. And no surprise there, it's Josh and Nani. Josh looks like he wants to shit himself.
He did shit himself. And it was funny.
I loved it. He was pretty caught off guard. He was sweating. He was like, oh no. Because, I mean, he's looking at the rest of the guys in the house, and he's probably like, if it's not CDE, it's going to be one of these dudes. And yep. I don't want none of that smoke from none of them, except maybe he would be okay with trying to take on Kyle, but Kyle is not going to go down there. So CT is like, you know what, Devin, I'm going to let you choose who you want to go against, because we all know CT and Devin don't want to go against each other because they're friends and allies. And Devin, with his giant balls of glory, calls out Darrell because, oh my gosh, because Darrell is the one who basically was like the swing vote and is the reason why Devin got voted.
Let's not skip over the fact that he called him old. Okay.
Oh yeah, he did. I didn't even notice that part, if I'm honest with you. If you were Devin, would you have picked Darrell, or would you have picked somebody else that was up there? I mean, granted, your only options were Darrell, Fessy, and Kyle.
None of them were really good options. So, I mean, they were good in that they could all beat you. So
I wouldn't pick Darrell.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Kyle before Darrell or Fessy.
But Kyle is Devin's friend, so like...
Right.
So you wouldn't pick Kyle.
That's true.
And they already seen that elimination before, and Fessy has like a 20 feet gap on him. So I guess for that specific elimination, Darrell would probably been like the most even.
Could Fessy have beat him in a puzzle? Although Devin he was terrible at it this time. You know, he's really good at puzzles, so I don't know.
That's what I was going to say is I would have considered Fessy because of the fact that, per the theme this season, for some odd reason, they modify the eliminations that we see the second time around. So with this one, it's not just like it was with Cam and Ashley where they're just swinging and trying to hook a ring on a pole.
Right.
They're trying to get puzzle pieces to put together, as Darrell so eloquently said later on, a tangerine puzzle. And I would have taken my chance with Fessy because Fessy is big and he's bulky and he may not have been good with the puzzle.
But it's Devin. You think Devin would want to lose against Fessy? I feel like I'd rather lose against Darrell. Like, I lost against Darrell. Okay, cool. I wouldn't want to be like, I lost against
anybody. Devin thinks highly of himself, and I love that about him. But he doesn't want to lose to anybody.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. And I mean, I give props to Devin for being willing to take the chance. And I mean, and honestly, if he's going to beat Darrell in anything, this would be his best chance because it's not a head-to-head physical elimination. There is physicality, but there's that puzzle equalizer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a hall brawl. It's not like a ring wrestle or pole wrestle or reverse tug of war type thing. And so obviously CT picks who does he get? He gets the Goof. As Tia so proudly wears, give me the Goof.
I want to give a shout out to my friend Nicole for making me this. Awesome.
It's amazing, Nicole.
That's a great shirt.
Thank you.
I may have to hit up your friend.
I'm going to wear it out and people are going to be like, what is that?
You should.
So I have a little semi-reenactment of the crater. So this is Big Dumb Josh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dead.
And then who is this?
Oh my gosh. That's great.
Batters the shit out of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, special guest, Josh and CT.
CT says, here's your tissue. Now run along, little boy. And then Tina's over here like,
I took him out. I took out the Goof.
You're welcome.
Goof. Yes.
That was great, Tia.
Puppet theater.
I love that. It was beautiful.
Very nice.
All right. So Darrell and Devin go first in their elimination. What do they call this thing? I called it the swinging ring game. I know TJ said what it really was, but whatever. That's how I refer to it as.
Isn't it just like Dead Ringer or something?
There you go. Dead Ringer. There you go. It was just so strange because you would think that like Dead Ringer, like you have to ring a bell. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. So Darrell and Devin go first. Obviously, no surprise that Darrell is just killing it at the top and on the podium. He's got momentum down quickly, but Devin is not far behind at all. Like he's just behind him like by maybe a half a step. And they get down to the bottom, like almost within seconds of each other, putting the puzzle together, the tangerine puzzle. I'm going to call it that forever. He even said what the real name was eventually, but it's just always going to be the tangerine puzzle. I don't even care. And it's clear. I was actually kind of surprised how long they took, period.
Yeah.
With the puzzle. I mean, even though Darrell obviously ended up winning, it's not like he pulled a CT and did it within like 10 seconds. It was just like him and Devin were both like, it's almost like their brains were just having brain farts. Like, oh my, like they're staring at it. And they're like, I know how this works, but for some reason my brain is not computing how this works. Right? Yeah. And Devin's even like, oh my God, I'm like shit in the bed here. And Darrell pulls it out. He takes a deep breath. He gets himself together, and boom, Darrell has stolen a skull, and Gabby is now without a partner. But at least I like that Devin, you know, he admitted that he's a shit talker. He's like, I know I talk shit. I may have lost, but I have mad respect for Darrell. Like, I have no problems with him. Like, if I have to go home against somebody, I want to go home against a legend. I don't want to go home against a layup.
And he said several times the better man won. So, you know, I love Devin, but I'm not mad Darrell won. I love Darrell too. So.
And even though I knew like who was going to win because of spoilers and everything, I had so much anxiety watching that. I'm like, go Devin, go Devin. I know you're not going to win, but go Devin.
Right?
My heart was racing, even though I knew what the outcome was. My heart was just racing. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Watching it though, even if you know, you don't know how it's going to play out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was the same way. I love Darrell, so it was like one of those eliminations where I feel conflicted because I'm like, I really like Darrell, but I also really like Devin, and it's like, I don't want either one. It's the same as like when Jay and Leroy went against each other. Like I was so happy Leroy won, but it was so sad that Jay lost. So, sigh, sad face. Cheers. And then we get CT versus Josh. Josh continues to look like he is pooping his pants. And you know what? I don't blame him because I would probably be pooping my pants too if I didn't know I was going down to elimination. And then not only am I going into elimination, I have to go against CT.
Right.
And even though, thank God, it's not a hall brawl, it's also not something that I know CT would be really poor at. I mean, he's good at the puzzle aspect, and he's been doing this a long time with strategy and just that kind of thing. And even though they look like giant babies hanging in harnesses at first, a little bit, CT gets his momentum going. He jumps off that podium like freaking Spider-Man, flying to them puzzle pieces, dropping them all in one spot.
All in one spot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he look good though? Soaring. Oh my gosh.
Just
right. Like he does that on the weekend, every weekend.
Yeah, he just often straps up in a harness and jumps off a podium for some puzzle pieces off of a ring. And honestly, I'm not going to lie because, you know, this has been obviously brought up about Josh's harness. It does look a little low. I don't know if it's just a glitch. I mean, Josh is not that tall. Well, he's tall like CT is, but he's not like 7 feet. But yet I feel like he had to crouch a lot when he got to the center of the podium, whereas CT was able to just keep his legs straight. I don't know. I don't know if it had to do with the momentum, but CT gets his pieces first, and Josh really struggles to get that last piece. Like every time he swings back to the podium, he has to like crouch down, and he just doesn't get any momentum. And he said on Twitter that his harness dropped some when CT dropped, and when I rewatched it, I don't necessarily disagree. And I don't think it was like done on purpose. It could have just been a glitch in the hardware. Like they thought he was done too, so it started to drop because the other guy started to drop, and he just couldn't recover from it. And I think he was panicking, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway if his harness was working properly because CT destroyed that puzzle faster. Like I blinked and he was done.
Right.
I want to know exactly how long it took him because it couldn't have been more than like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean,
apparently he did that exact same puzzle with his son. Like
he does them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I would love to know exactly how long it took him to do that. Because, you know, sometimes it makes stuff seem longer or shorter. So
yeah.
He destroys it. So CT and Darrell have both gotten skulls by stealing it from 2 other people, Josh and Devin, the 2 layups of the essential skull holders. And they have to go home. Josh has to fly home with Devin. He's got to take a 5-hour plane ride home. And he is so thrilled.
Everybody's making a big deal about like saying, oh, they're really friends and blah, blah, blah.
It's like when you work with somebody, like when you have to do work stuff or you like are around your colleagues, like you're not at work, like you're going to try to make the best time that you can because why would you be miserable in your free time? But you're not going to go out of your way to like plan vacations with that person either. Like you just got to be cool. I got colleagues like that where we'll be cool at
Apparently they did go on vacation together though.
Well,
that
wasn't talked about that, and they invited multiple cast members and they bring guests, so they just all happen to be invited at the same time.
Oh my gosh! So rewind to the podcast where I asked that question, where I was like, "Did they invite multiple people there?" You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I called it.
Also,
yeah, it was like a promotional thing or something where they all went. So,
and they put Josh and Devin in an apartment together, you know, in the same place.
Right.
So that's why we see their IGs, you know, in the same location.
Yeah, they addressed that on Aftermath. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think like there was like a third cast member that got invited to that resort thing too. I don't remember.
Like MTV couldn't afford to have them have their own room.
I guess they don't want to. I
It's
don't know.
more fun to put them together. More torture.
See what happens. Yeah.
They needed
More
to have
gossip.
cameras on them though.
Right?
Exactly. Nanny cams and like the walls or something. So CT and Jarrell won. The other dudes are now shitting their pants because they're like, oh fuck, CT and Jarrell have their skulls. Shit. Now we're going to definitely most likely see them in a final, and at this point the only two dudes who do not have a skull are Corey and Nam. And they're probably looking at their options of guys to steal a skull from and going, oh shit. This sucks. Great. Poor Corey hasn't really had a chance to get a skull.
Right.
He's been ineligible since week 2.
1,000,000 times, right?
Every time it's a possible guy's day, he's just sitting there in the cheerleading stands, rah, 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 I'm not eligible.
I'm
I just
actually
think
loving
about
the
it.
curse of the Corey.
Corey's curse. Well, and it's about to continue.
Mm-hmm.
So Nani is freaking out because she's losing Josh as a partner because I guess Josh kept her crazy in check. I don't know how that worked, but whatever.
I love Nani, but I think she's really stupid for crying over that. Like, he's like, we want the other partner. Shut up.
I know. And the fact that you're saying that about Nani is amazing.
I know.
I was rolling my eyes.
So then we get to the partner selection, and this is the scene we were all like, oh my god, how's it gonna happen?
We're going to fight over this, right? There's going to be some fights here.
There might be. There might be. Is a lot of the vast differing of opinions for people regarding this. So get to the basics in case you forgot. CT does his little bunny hop to the camera.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
I got my skull. Oh man, but do I want to stick with BT? I don't know what I want to do. Part of me wants to stay with her, and the other part of me doesn't want to stay with her. Oh god. And he's just contemplating. But I loved his little hop. I got my skull. That was hilarious. I definitely enjoyed that. And even though Jarrell makes his decision second, it is far less exciting than CT, so we're just going to get it out of the way. Jarrell keeps Amber B. Okay, congratulations, whatever. And now comes to CT deciding, is he going to keep Big T or is he going to steal someone else? Well, unlike everyone else this season, he doesn't leave you guessing about what he's going to do. He just jumps up with excitement and starts screaming, Cam, I want Cam. I should have taken you that first episode when I told you no. Get your ass down here. Sorry, Kyle. F you. F you. Big T, I loved you. You were great. I'm so sorry. Okay, Cam, get your ass down here. And everyone's just like, is this happening?
He just pissed off so many people.
Because just the, like, everybody else, you know, like even when Kyle, like, traded in Nani for Cam, you know, it was a thing like, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but fuck it, I'm stealing a partner. Sorry, so-and-so. I'm infiltrating them or whatever.
Here's the deal. CT was so happy that he won, and he had already known that he was going to trade her out. Everybody knew it. She knew it. And I think he just got overwhelmed with everything and did it. And then for Kyle to act, and I love Kyle, but for Kyle to act like he did, you're the biggest snake, self-professed snake too. So don't act like you're offended that CT took Cam from you. I mean, come on.
I like how they're kind of like we're shaming our, like, the people we love, like almost over here shaming Nani and you're like shaming Kyle.
I love Kyle.
Get it together.
I just want to make it very well known that I do love Kyle. But
Kyle
like an adult.
Yeah, Kyle was stupid for ever trusting that CT wasn't going to steal Cam. Like,
Right?
come on, dude.
And if it wasn't CT, it would have been someone else.
Yeah, it was that Darrell that said in his confessional, like later on, he's like, you stole her from somebody. You really think nobody was going to try to steal her when she, at this point, is the top performing female in this game? Like, hello?
Exactly.
Especially when it looks like most likely we're going to be running as partners in this final. You're going to want the strongest from the other side. Like, it's regardless. And no one is surprised that CT trades partners. It's really how he did it. Even I was kind of like, this is like old school to CT. He ain't been around in a while. And I think that, and that's why I felt bad for Big T. I didn't feel bad that he traded in for Cam. I don't think, I think she knew that that was coming. You kind of see it on her face, even though he promised her he wasn't going to do it. She's not stupid. But I think what really caught her by surprise was how he did it. Like, he didn't say, look, Big T, I know I told you I was going to, but you know what? I got to do what's best for my game. I'm sorry. You were great. I love you. I think you're great. But I'm going to steal Cam. And she probably should have been upset. I mean, anybody's going to be upset. Like, Anissa was kind of offended when Fessy traded her in, but he did it in a way it was like, I'm sorry, Big T didn't deserve that. Like, let's remember, they won that daily because Big T outperformed all the other women. If he had had any other female partner, they may not have won and he may have never had that opportunity. I just wish she would have just scaled it down a little bit. Scale it down a little.
I'm going to defend him. Like I said, I feel like he just was so overwhelmed with, like, yay for winning. I don't think he even thought about what he was doing. I think he was just like, focus on Cam, give me Cam, let's go.
And that's fine, but his bullshit attempt at apologizing later clearly shows that
I think it started out nice.
It started out so good.
He's not hearing. He doesn't understand why Big T was upset. Because all he did was continue to harp on, well, you knew I was going to trade you in. You knew I need Cam to win the final. Like, what do you want me to tell my son? Oh, I wanted to save her feelings. And she's like, you're not fucking listening to me. You choosing Cam is not my problem. Your behavior is what's my problem because you basically humiliated the fuck out of me. And I thought we were better friends than that.
Yeah.
And that's what I get. I don't blame him for trading Cam. I'd have done it too. Shit. I'd have done it too. I mean, I have no problem with that. And maybe at this point he's kind of realized like, oh yeah, I could have, no offense, Frankie, men are stupid. Sometimes they don't understand how emotion works. They just look at, this is the order. And
I thought it was really funny. He's like, oh, this and this and this. He goes, you're not ready for a final.
I feel like that's his 7-year-old that just came out all of a sudden.
I feel like that was his whole thing the whole time.
Yeah. But again, she's not arguing, why did you trade me in for Cam? She's arguing, why the fuck did you have to act the way? And I like what Anissa said. She's like, it's a little childish. Like, you're going to act like this because you're stealing a partner that you rejected in the beginning.
Right.
Like, you didn't want Cam in the beginning, remember? Remember, Cam wasn't good enough for you in the beginning. And then he was like, oh, shit, she might be the best here. Damn it.
Yeah.
So Cam's shocked, like, oh, God. And Leroy has to remind CT, she's still my girlfriend, dude.
Yeah.
Awfully excited for someone that's my girlfriend. I also think that Leroy kind of like enjoys seeing all the dudes like fighting for his girlfriend to be their partner. Like, he's like, that is my woman. That is my strong ass woman.
Think he likes it?
No, I said I think he does. I think he does kind of like it.
I think he's totally proud of that. Yeah, absolutely. They're so
like,
cute.
They're all fighting over my girl. Yes.
Yeah. And again, she looked gorgeous. Again. I mean, it's crazy. She's just like,
woman looks gorgeous when she has woken up, fresh face. She's got her hair wrapped up. She's wearing a sweatsuit, not a lick of makeup. And I'm just like.
And I like that she does that. She goes out without makeup or her hair.
Yeah.
Because she knows she's beautiful. So.
I wish I looked like that when I woke up in the morning. Oh,
right?
I love it. Jeez, I love it so much. So now we'll get over to who's new partners with who. Obviously, CT is now with Cam. Kyle jumps back in to the partnership with Nani. Nani, I'm home. And she's just like,
Yay.
So Nani and Kyle are now back together. I probably wouldn't have picked Nani if I was Kyle. We'll be like, I already went down that road and we weren't very good together. Like,
Yeah,
I probably would have picked Big T if I was Kyle. And then Corey picks Gabby, which again, I'm like, I would have picked Big T, but Big T's probably like, please don't fucking pick me.
Well, Gabby was like, please don't pick me.
Oh, well, bye. So Gabby joins and possibly will be joining the legions of other Corey partners that go home for the final. And that leaves Big T with Nam. And I really like that pairing. I feel like,
yeah.
if it, oh God, I'm so upset about his back.
They're both so innocent and pure.
Like they have such a good energy. Like I feel like together, and she's so small and he's so big that honestly, if he needed to, he could just chuck her over his shoulder and run with her.
Right.
True.
Like I got you. Like he's bigger than CT is, and he's younger, so he'd be like, you know what? Come on, let's go, Tula.
And they're both really good swimmers too.
Yes, and Nam is really intelligent, and is, he's really liked by everyone, and so is Big T. Like, she could probably would help him get him a skull. So I do like that pairing. I'm really sad that we don't actually get to see what they get to do because
back.
Yeah, but I would have just loved to have seen them as a partner just to see what they, could have brought, see if Nam would have been able to have more of a chance to shine now that he wasn't partnered with Lolo. But yeah, so Gabby's with Corey, unfortunately for her. I'm still surprised he chose Gabby, but whatever. Let me see. Oh, so when they're all down there, obviously, like we said, Kyle's pissed. Big T is in shock, and we hear her whispering to Gabby that CT's, being a little bit of a dick, as Cara would say on her live book readings. Dick. Got to get like real guttural and throat with it. Corey takes Gabby. Curse continues. Blah blah blah. Kyle takes Nani, and Nani has a fucking breakdown about it.
Yeah.
And I honestly, what I think it is that she was comfortable with Josh being her partner. She knew what to expect. She could kind of like control it a little bit. She trusted him. He trusted her. I think, they just understood each other. And she was already partners with Kyle. And she felt off kilter when she was partnered with Kyle. Like their chemistry was off as partners. And I think she's freaked out now that being partnered back up with him again is going to throw her energy off for herself, and that will throw off her confidence because we all know Nani's biggest obstacle is herself.
Sure.
She could have easily have gone to many other finals, but she always trips herself up.
Frankie hasn't chimed in on her.
Caitlin's coming.
Yay!
Finally.
Also, with Nani, hey, Caitlin! Also with Nani, she was kind of upset because Josh had left her a note. And so we talked about that in the challenge aftermath, that she was sad about that.
What was the
note?
She said she doesn't even remember. She says she doesn't even remember.
She don't still have it? I'd keep that.
Right?
I mean,
he probably confessed his love to her, and she was like, oh, I burned it.
But like, honestly, having Kyle as a partner, like he's made how many finals? 2? 1? 2.
2.
Whatever. He's made more finals than Josh. So why would she be like all upset? Like,
yeah, I think he obviously made the final. He got second place last season.
Oh, and then Vendettas.
He made finals and Vendettas, and he came very close on Final Reckoning with Brad if it wasn't for the Redemption House when they went home.
See,
and even almost came close on War of the Worlds one.
2 more finals than Josh. Like, why would she be all, Josh?
I think it's just a comfort level for her.
She's
Yeah.
stupid. She needs to get over that. I hate her for that right now.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Frankie hates her.
Nani stands.
I can't.
Just anyone watching.
I just can't stand crybabies who cry over something so stupid. Like,
Josh.
God, just,
Like Josh?
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah. Who cries over? That's the first time someone's probably ever cried over Josh in their entire life. I'm
Oh,
kidding,
I
there
know
is one
someone who cried.
yeah, I was just gonna say that, but I'm gonna bring it back down.
You mean over this guy?
Don't cry over Josh, or you will get dragged. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, it's sad because it's true.
Moving on.
I just want to say I do give props to Big T in this scene as well, because she's still reeling from the real blind side of the season, and she's being supportive of Nani, who's boo-hooing because her big goofy partner went home, and now she has a less goofy partner. Which, look, Nani, you want to win the final too. You gotta be honest. Josh ain't winning a final. He ain't ready.
Right.
I will say though too that Nani did look pretty hot though when she was crying. I was like, all right, I'll go come for you. Let me go come for you. But that's the only
You
positive
look
thing I have to say
weirdo.
about her in this episode. I thought she looked good. I was like, I'll come for you.
Oh, kitty.
She's not an ugly crier. Is that what you're saying?
She's not.
No.
Thank God. So after we see that, Kyle is ranting and raving in the kitchen that CT snaked him, which, like everybody else said, dude, you're like the snakiest dude in this house. Like, that's like Bananas getting upset when his alliances or whatever do the same crap to him that he does to everybody else. Like, you've done it. He's venting to everyone. Darrell's got that old school mentality of like, what do you want to do about it, dude? Like, it is what it is. I miss that old school mentality. I miss it. So then he starts to get into an argument with CT over the issue. And Cam's now stressing because she's like, I went from having a partner with like no targets on his back to a partner now with half the house, hating what he just did. I don't like being in this position because I do have a skull to still defend against several females that are looking for a skull with one left. I think Kyle was perfect with Cam because for himself, and that's I think why he's so upset is because Cam was a perfect partner for him. She's a strong female, and she's the leader, and he doesn't like to be the decision maker and the leader. He likes to be basically say, "What do you want me to do? I'm there, and I follow."
He admitted he's a follower,
and Nani is not a take charge kind of gal.
Right.
So I think that's kind of why their partnership doesn't work very well, because they're both kind of looking at each other like, well, what do we do? I don't know. I thought you knew what to do. No, I thought you knew what to do. I do feel like Kyle was the more calm one in the argument with CT. I don't know if it's because it's CT and he's like, I don't really want to push him and tempt him. But I feel like he was kind of calm. I feel like CT is just like, feels like he has to be on super defense mode because he knows what he did doesn't sit right with some people, and he's just like in overdrive at the moment. And Big T is understandably upset. She feels CT used her and lied to her, especially after his antics.
How would he use her, though? I mean, it would be different if she was like a beast at everything.
Or I think like took advantage of her, I guess like of her like loyalty to him as a partner, like helping him. I don't know. I think she's just in her feelings and emotions, and it's just coming out, and she feels he just kind of threw her away and it broke her spirit. And I felt for her because I can understand this is her third challenge. You know, she's getting a little bit better every season. She knows she's not the best. She's building up her confidence. And when you have a partner that's helping you build that up, and for them to just suddenly like yeet you away from them, it's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. It can be a little destabilizing. I understand that, but I know Big T is going to come back from it. She's a strong.
I will admit that he probably could have handled it better, but everybody knew. Like, she should have known. Be prepared that he is going to get rid of you.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that either. And so she's just now kind of in her feelings about it. And then, we see that Nam's back continues to give him problems. He injured it when they were doing where they had to dig the puzzle pieces out of the sand for the totem. And they kind of go back and forth a little bit this episode. There's not enough to really keep bringing it up. Basically, he ends up going to the hospital at one point. He gets a huge ass steroid injected into his back muscles because of the pain it's giving him. And by the time they get to the next daily, he's told he's no longer medically cleared to compete. And I'm sad because I would have loved to have seen him and Big T do stuff together, as partners. But I really hope Nam will be back on a future season and we can actually see what he can do. Maybe it'll be a season where it's more single based or teams and not just strict partners. And then they actually get to have an outing. That's not the igloo.
I know.
They get to go to a hot spring and I'm so jealous.
It looks so cool. Yeah.
I was watching.
We definitely need to go there next year.
Yeah. We need to just set up a GoFundMe so we can rent the house too. As the
Right.
We just take the whole Unbothered group,
Exactly,
and all, and just reenact double agents.
Can we just rent the igloo?
Yeah, I just want the igloo. I'll sleep in
That's
the
what
igloo.
Nadine wants to do. Yeah.
Rave lights, DJ, and all.
I'm trying to think if we reenact double agents, who would we all be?
Oh, that's
Caitlin
fun.
is Gabby. Let's make the Amber M.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. She was the hoe of the house, so yeah, that definitely would be me.
I said Caitlin because Caitlin's tiny, and then I thought you just called her a hoe.
I thought you said I would be Amber M, right?
No, Frank.
No,
Caitlin.
Frank, you said he would be Amber M.
You could be Amber M.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
I love it.
You big hoe bag.
Tell us how you really feel, Frankie.
Wait, do me. Who would I be?
You would.
Think about it.
Kyle, Devin.
Oh.
Oh, see, I'm how dare I? I'm gender assigning you all.
I'm Colby and Kyle or Devin. I don't care.
No, Caitlin, or not Caitlin, Tia. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Tia, you would be Amber B.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Didn't have the right
I think-
personality.
No? Okay.
Oh, I love her, but okay.
You be Teresa.
Okay. Are you saying I'm toxic? Toxic tea?
Toxic tea?
What?
No, because you're talkative, you're outgoing, you're not afraid to be let's go, bitches.
Let's go.
Especially after some blue moon.
I could be CT in this last episode.
You could. Give me the goof.
Give me the goof.
Chrissy, who would you want to be?
Anissa, probably.
Okay.
Good choice. I can see that.
I'm Cam. I'm going to get the bob and all. I'm going to get the bob. I'm going to get the top. I might not look as good as she does, but I'm going to channel my inner killer.
I don't know, with all your working out that you've been doing, you could turn into a Lolo.
I'm not a virgin.
Frankie.
I'm an athlete.
I'm an athlete.
I work out.
I've won lacrosse games in my day, damn it. I went to the finals for field hockey in high school. Don't you know who I am?
You have to say that now on every podcast we do.
Don't you know I used to
I
play
was
field
in
hockey?
field hockey.
We went to the semifinals. Damn it. I went to the finals in junior college lacrosse, damn it.
No, you have to go.
I can't talk about this right now. Where's my Bible? All right, okay.
That's pretty spot on. I'm impressed right now.
Or I could be Amber B. Both of our mommies are from Germany.
Oh, my dog wants to say hi.
Oh, which one?
It's Abby.
Aww.
I love dogs.
The bulldog. Look at that face.
Oh,
God.
they
That'll-
call her
see,
names Abby.
That's how we'll get the views.
Dog bait. We'll put this as the.
Her little tooth that comes up over her little.
Oh, you're so stinky.
Oh my god. Smells like Fritos, doesn't she? Oh, cute.
Cat.
She smells a little bit farty, actually. There she is.
Oh, look at that little snaggle tooth over her lip. Oh, so
Yes,
cute.
Snaggletooth.
Yes, I was petting you, cat. My cat's looking at me like you pet me and stopped. Okay, now that we got distracted with the animals, back to the hot spring outing. CT basically tries to butter up Big T by giving her free champagne. As Anissa says, you can't just give a woman free alcohol and think that all's forgiven. But we will take it. Thank you for the booze.
Exactly.
And that's why I want to be Nisa.
She's got great commentary.
Yes.
Perfect. I love it. And she is also a hoe. She's just a more suave hoe.
Are you calling me a hoe?
No, but your flirt game is strong. Your flirt game is strong. And just like Anissa, men or women do not discriminate.
Not at all.
She's like, it's a good time. That's all I'm here for. Which apparently Anissa was having a good time on the OG season with Latyrian.
Tyrion.
And then I heard Alton, excuse me, and Giselle were hooking up too. Well, OGT.
She's got the booty.
So what did I see this meme and said that she was built like a biscuit. What was it? A Nesquik biscuit or something like that. Pillsbury
She's
biscuit.
Thicker than a can of biscuits or something.
There you go. They were like, I don't blame them. I'll do it too. So Corey does discuss the situation with Big T. You know, he feels for her. He's trying to kind of encourage her and let her know, you know.
Really sweet.
He was really sweet. I'm like, what are you, partnered with her? You chose Gabby, remember?
Yeah.
And just basically it's like, you know, you had a big win and you should be proud of that. Like, see, it's not like the first time that CT and Big T won where, you know, CT just had to hold her up the longest. She, you know, she had a big win with that daily. And I really, really like that he was encouraging to her. And then Nani and Amber B have a conversation where Nani basically flat out says, if I win a gold skull, I'm trading in Kyle for Fessy. Would you do that if you were Nani? I mean, trading Kyle, yes, but would you choose Fessy? I wouldn't.
I guess it was just all like depends who the double agents are to that challenge. Like, I would choose Doral, but if him and Amber B were double agents, you wouldn't be able to pick him. So who would your next choice be? Obviously not Corey because you're gonna go home. But
if I was Nani, I would pick Leroy. That's her best friend.
Oh yeah,
they could do very well together. She's so worried about partnership and chemistry. Why would you pick Fessy? You are in a cold climate like you were last season. And who gassed out in that cold climate final?
Fessy.
Give you a hint. He's 6'5". And he got outsmarted on his own season of Big Brother.
And his name starts with an F.
It ends in a Y, and there's the ESS in between.
And he might be a fuckboy.
A lot of those almost describe me, but it's not me. I'm not 6'5". My name does start with the F, and it has a Y in it. And I may or may not be a fuckboy.
Oh, you definitely are. 100%.
This episode is so much dirtier than our others.
It is. Rating warning. So they go back home from the hot springs because, you know, nothing that exciting happening except free booze. And this is where CT tries to make amends with Big T. And at first I was like, yes, this is it. CT's going to apologize and basically say, I'm not apologizing for trading you in, but I apologize for the way I acted about it. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm really sorry. I hope you can forgive me. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. That's not what happens.
That's how it started out.
That's how it started.
I started out with like hearts in my eyes, like, oh, CT.
And then I went to cringe face.
I'm like, no, pull up.
CT can do no.
The moment Big T went from being on his side to being like, you know what, F you, is when he was like, I broke your heart. And she was like, no, MFer. No, you didn't. It's my spirit. Get it correct. It's my spirit. And she snapped. She went into, you know what, I'm not dealing with this S anymore.
I'm not going to lie. There was a point where he was like being nice, but he almost looked on the verge of laughing.
Yes. And like, I wonder how she felt about this. So I don't know. It's just me. If I have a nickname that most people call me by, and then, you know, when they say your real name, it's because they're trying to have like that intimate connection with you, like that real human connection. I would be pissed if you go and bring out my real name while trying to repeat an opinion in an argument that I already told you I don't care about. Like, my argument is not that you picked Cam. We kind of already talked about this, but it's basically her argument is you are not hearing me. I don't care. You picking Cam is, I knew it was going to happen.
Right.
We all knew. But you were an asshole about it. And you can't apologize for being an asshole. And he keeps bringing up, oh, you want me to tell my son why we didn't win? And she's like, come on, don't pull. I hate when people pull the kid card out of their hat. I should win because I have kids. I didn't tell you to lay down and have kids. Like, just because you're here and you have kids, you should be able to win. Like, I'm sorry you have a kid.
Lots of people procreate.
Yes, like you having a kid.
Special.
Yeah, you're nothing special. Having a kid does not give you any additional reason to be allowed in a final. And he tells her flat out, you're just not ready for a final. You're just not. Yeah. You're just not ready for it. And she's just like, argh! I mean, and she could be like, well, just because I'm not, and I know I'm not, doesn't mean you got to repeat it on national television. Keep some stuff on the DL, friend. So she gets really mad.
I'm not going to talk bad about Steve. I'm just not going to do it.
I like CT. I don't have a problem with CT, but like anybody I'm a fan of, if they do something effed up, I'm going to be like, you were effed up with that. And the conversation goes south very fast. And it, in a ball of flames. Big T basically says, F you, F the friendship we had, I'm done with you, peace out, and walks away. And she vents to Gabby. She says, I'm done. And you tell she's pissed, she's hurt, blah, blah, blah. She will get over it. Everybody eventually kind of gets over it. And I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens on the reunion.
Oh, yeah.
Two things. I don't know why everyone is so surprised that CT acted like that. Do we not remember, like, was it Vendettas or Final Reckoning, the way he acted with Veronica? Yeah, but he came out and said he regretted the way that he treated Veronica, which I think is why people were surprised.
He might come out at the reunion and say that as well.
Yeah, but just like Josh, every time you apologize for behaving the same way, it makes it less and less authentic. Don't be a Josh.
It doesn't count when Josh does it. Counts as
and the second thing I saw, someone posted, I think it was in our group chat, they were like, oh, maybe this is karma for Big T because of the way she treated her first partner, Joseph. So there's...
Oh.
She was rooting for Joseph to lose to get a new partner. So
yeah, but at least she was quiet about it.
I like
that doesn't make it any better.
So you're
and in her defense,
so you're a
she
dick versus a loud dick. I mean,
a dick's a dick.
No, I mean, the difference a little bit with Joseph was she wouldn't have wanted to trade him in if he would actually have tried to do something and not just sleep.
He did a couple of sit-ups there.
And eat mustard. Everybody gives him such a hard time about that.
It actually is. It's a legit thing, but
it is a legit thing. But it's just hilarious.
Okay, so
everybody gives him crap about it.
So I know that's like happened a long time ago. But if you guys were in an elimination, would you guys have like a routine that you would do before you would go into an elimination, like he did, like a ritual? There you go.
I probably would once I have done them a couple times. There'd probably be like a certain chant I would say to myself to get myself hyped up, you know. Unfortunately, they don't let you listen to music. Otherwise, I would pick certain songs to listen to. But I'm sure they all
Yeah, I don't
do.
think I would have anything. Maybe like go pee right before.
I was
Like-
gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat the whole day leading up to elimination out of
Yeah.
fear of myself or nerves.
Tia and Christy are like swinging to the podium. It's like, can we pause? I have to go pee.
Have a bladder like a hamster.
You could be like Cook on Rivals too and just say F it and pee right where you sit.
No.
Yeah, I'd probably puke and pee.
Get
it all out.
I'm sorry. I cannot piss myself. When I went to get my scuba diving certification, we were there the whole day and they were like, you can go over to this little area and people pee in the water. And I was like, nope, I held it the entire day. So I'm like, I'm not going to pee on myself. That is disgusting. Fun fact about Tia.
Good to know. And on today's episode of FF Fun Facts with Unbothered.
Fun facts. I'm going to put a graphic there. Fun facts with Tia.
We should start doing that every week, and you guys come with a new thing every week.
A new
That's
fun
right.
fact.
Tia does
Fun fact
piss
for the
herself.
show. Fun fact, I liked when Big T said, I don't want to hear your Coach Carter ass speech. I loved,
Oh my God.
I was like,
That was funny.
oh
Coach
my God.
Carter.
Actually reference that movie. It was so hilarious. I need your Coach Carter ass speech. And in her English accent,
She's
it's just so much,
posh. I
so
love
much
it.
more amusing. Yes, absolutely. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. I lost my place for a moment. So we cut to Leroy and Casey talking game. I really like their partnership, and I like, you know, they kind of talked about it, like, we don't have powwows and huge discussions. Like, it's like we just get it. We just get each other. We just vibe right. We mesh well. They work well together. You know, they're both low-key
Right.
people that can perform. So they really are one of the biggest threats. And I absolutely love their
Very low
partnership.
drama.
And yeah. And then they have a late night elimination. Why, you know what I would have done during the day if it would have been about 1 p.m. and we still haven't gone to elimination for your daily challenge? I'd be like, you know what, guys, I'm going to go take a nap. Because I don't want to be tired, because they know they're not getting away with not doing the daily unless it's like, it has to be like a blizzard or an ice storm outside for them to postpone. I'd have taken a nap, but they didn't, and all of them were getting ready for bed. And the lights flash. It's elimination time, because it's a nighttime elimination, and they're all like, fuck. Anise has been running on a damn treadmill. They've all probably been day drinking.
Yeah.
They're all tired, and now they have to go do evening elimination.
Or
We don't really know much about.
Nom just barely gets
I know.
back, and all he wants to do is just lay down.
Oh, poor guy,
And
right?
sleep. Well, he did when they sent him home for being medically unfit. He got to go lay in a bed probably in a hotel for a couple days before heading back home to Germany.
So what was actually wrong
Deutschland.
with him? Does anybody know? I mean, he didn't even talk about it on Aftermath or say what was actually wrong.
I feel like he had at some point on Twitter or IG, I don't remember exactly. It wasn't as simple as a pulled muscle. I know that, because a pulled muscle.
Yeah, I figured it was something worse than that. So,
let me go. You know, let's go check his Twitter.
I mean,
real
because
quick.
he was saying like he quit eating, he lost weight. You know, I'm really anxious to see what the next deal is, like in those cages and stuff, and that TJ calls horrible.
I mean, I'm sure they'll bring Nom back. They brought Rogan back, and Rogan basically died on the mountain.
You
They
mean like
brought
5
Finn back
minutes to the first
because
show?
of Joss.
Yeah. I'm not a Rogan fan. I'm not
Me
really
either.
a Joss fan. Joss is boring.
He's just nice to look at.
He's
Joss?
pretty.
He's too
He's
pretty.
pretty. Yeah, I know. He's also stupid as hell.
I think it was really stupid how they paired him and Sylvia up on Rivals, though. Like,
Can you tell us how you really
Final
feel?
Reckoning.
or Final Reckoning, not Rivals.
Wait, what was that?
How Josh got paired with Sylvia on Final Reckoning, like, so random.
They did well though.
It was because on Vendettas they got into it because
Of the
him
eating
and
challenge.
Brad voted her in on the eating challenge when they didn't even bother to participate. And they got into that.
I just like there was so much other greater rivals out there that could have happened.
You know what? They might talk about what happened to his back because he's going to be on the next episode of Challenge Mania. So
Oh, okay.
we might just have
I
to talk about it next
listen to
week.
that one then. I don't like to.
Yeah,
I don't like to listen. I like to watch.
I'm like that too. I only really listen to podcasts like that typically when I'm driving to and from work because I'm in the car for like 25 minutes. So it's honestly the perfect time. So we see them set up for the daily. Since Nam has to leave, Big T now finds herself as a rogue agent, which takes more wind out of her sails because now she can't even attempt to get the last female skull because she can't. She's like, Corey, I can't participate. No participation trophy for me. And
if it's bad though, she might be happy she had to set this one out.
yeah, I don't know what this next one's going to be. What haven't we seen yet?
I saw some people drinking
something.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm talking about, in the daily. Yeah, because they basically are chained to themselves in like these cage fence things, this darkness with the weird lights.
And TJ's like, you're going to get tortured.
Yeah, you're going to get tortured, torturous conditions. And it's like, okay, well, what's that going to be? And of course, I immediately thought they're going to have to eat or drink some nasty ass shit. And in the previews, that's what it is. That is, for me, would be torture. I'd be like, you could take the finger. Just take the finger.
I hope they get electrocuted.
Oh, like little zaps, like they've done in other seasons.
Yes, I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
Just like pin it to the dude's nipples.
Yep.
Vicious.
It's called Survive the Night. We don't really get to see a lot of it because that's where we end off for the episode. And I feel like they did it that way so that way next week's episode we'll get back on track with the usual pattern. They'll probably show the daily, stretch out some drama, and end it with an elimination next episode, and then we'll pick back up to where we were. There's one female skull left. All the guys' skulls are claimed. There's now only one guy with no skull, and that's Corey. And we have 3 ladies without a skull.
Big T, Gabby,
and Nani. Yep. So I think that means we know next week it's probably going to be a continuation of the Corey curse.
How do you guys think CT and Cam are going to do together?
I don't know because CT is very stubborn and I don't know how well he's going to do with allowing someone else to take the reins. You know, it's different when he was with Big T because Big T is still pretty new to this game. She's still trying to find her bearings. She's still learning. She's not a political mastermind. It's not natural for her. She, was building herself. So it was easy to be partnered with someone like that because you can just kind of support it. But when you're with somebody who's already like, no, this has been working for me for 7 weeks and we're not changing now. So I'm interested to see. I am interested.
Butt heads a little bit.
Oh, they're going to have to. I mean, they just have 2 very strong personalities. But if they can just learn how to just communicate.
Maybe he knows that he's public enemy number 1 at this point and that Cam is really good at the game and maybe he kind of lets her get him back to the bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that he has his skull, he can just kind of let her
like sit back and
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the only thing he really has to worry about when it comes to Cam is somebody stealing her from him. No one's going to call him out into elimination. None of the girls are going to try to call Cam out and try and take her skull. Nani, Gabby, and Big T is not going to try to go against Cam. So he knows he's set with that. It's really just oh, God, I hope someone doesn't try to steal her. So we see in the preview that there's food involved in the torture with the daily. Looks like some curdled ass milk. Oh, God. Jesse and Gabby hook up again.
I
Like,
know.
all the hookups to show this season, this is the one y'all want to focus on.
Right.
There's like 4 other freaking hookups this whole season, but we get the Gabby and
We
Fessy
should have
show.
seen the Michi.
I'd rather seen, yes.
Yeah.
I'd rather seen Anissa and Amber make out. Like, I'd have rather seen Josh ask Anissa to give him a blowy, something. I just,
Aw, Kitty.
Kitty's back again. And then we see Anissa crying, and I think she's frustrated because she probably, I guess at this point, is feeling like, I don't know if she feels like Fessy is trying to do a setup to where he can trade her, or if she catches wind of what Nany wants to do. I don't know. She upset over some partner crap. I don't know why. And that's all they show us. That's all they show us for that. So we're going to get to a portion towards the end of the episode where we call the good, the bad, and the ugly of the episode.
Yay.
And I have a couple for each one. So for the good, the music was on point. Oh my God. When they started playing.
Loved the music.
When they started playing Banana Marama Cruel Summer, I was like, yes. Yes. I was singing along.
I was like,
the elimination was good because especially the Devin versus Darrell definitely had you on the edge of your seat. And then Josh going home was also really good.
That was great.
For me. That's great.
I loved it.
For the bad, Kyle bitching about losing Cam because I'm just like, Big T crying because I don't like it. Makes me sad. And then Devin leaving. So, the ugly. The way CT chose Cam for me is ugly. And the Nany meltdown. The Nany meltdown.
I agree with you with the Nany meltdown for sure.
But she wasn't ugly in it.
Oh my God.
Oh. It was an ugly cry.
You know what I
Frankie
think would have,
wasn't.
you know what I think would have made this season like 20 times more interesting is that since it is called Double Agents, if you went to elimination and you won your elimination, you have to pick a different partner than your current partner.
Oh, interesting.
I think that would have made this like so much better.
Yeah, I like that. Throw all these ideas at the producers for next time.
They're not listening because apparently they want to bring back the skull again. And I'm like, no, switch it up,
I
people.
know, stop.
Is that the
Y'all not
rumor?
having New ideas?
The rumor is they want to keep it.
Old school stuff and bring that in.
Yeah, the rumor is they want to do the skull again and they want to stick with this whole spy action movie thing bull crap. So stupid.
Yeah, but they're also like, I keep seeing things about people that they're bringing in. I don't know who half these people are.
Oh, yeah, like rookies that they've contacted. But
Like
it's
somebody from America's Next Top Model in like Poland or something. Like, what?
like these dishes doing the most. The most.
Right?
I didn't even know Poland had an America's Next Top Model. Oh, not America's Next Top Model.
I will
America's Next Top
say-
Model in
Next
Poland.
How does that work, Frankie?
I will say I just started
Embassy.
watching, I had never watched Are You the One? And I'm on season 2 now. And it's actually it's so dramatic. I actually like it though. But it's cool because, what's that?
You'll love season 3 with Amanda and Nelson. No, wait, is it not Nelson? And Hunter.
Oh, they're all in I don't like Hunter.
Oh, okay. You'll love season 3 because Amanda's on it.
Which one's Devin on?
Actually, he might be on 3 too, 3 or 4.
I think he's on 3.
I'm ready
Yeah,
for that one.
Cheyenne's on that one too, I think.
Yeah. I don't know why I never watched it. It's the kind of thing that I would love, but I just didn't. I don't know. But I'm watching it now, so.
Okay, guys. So we have a few questions that the awesome Theo asked that we're going to discuss real quick. So his first question is, what is your favorite meme related to the challenge?
Give me the goof.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I would say actually Theo's meme that he made where it says, give me the goof, and then the second picture is Goof, and he's like, gosh!
I like
That's
the
the
one where
one.
he hit Wes in the face with his shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Life got me like, I think that's the one that Chrissy made.
Yeah, I did a gift for that one.
Yes.
I think
Frankie?
any challenge meme will crack me up is like the one with the lady screaming and the white cat. It'll say something and the cat will be like, it's something else.
he'll switch them out
That
with
gets
something.
me all the time.
That's a good one. So kind of going back into some of our old school seasons, one of the questions he asked was, do you think Evelyn and Veronica deserve more recognition for their challenge wins?
Sure. Anybody that wins deserves recognition, period. Even if it's old school. Give respect.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's not like the way it is now, I think they're like, oh, well, back then it wasn't even that hard, but like, that's what they had back then. So like, you still had to work your way to get there. Like, politics were still the same. So
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm sure it was difficult for people who don't spend the entirety of their lives working out all the time. That's what the challenge used to be. You'd have people who were in relatively decent shape who would just try and see, how good they were. I don't think it's an issue for Evelyn. I think the reason why it might be an issue of people talking about that with Veronica is because a lot of these people who do not know Veronica from back in the original challenge, years, and her being like one of the OG challenge female queens, they know her from Vendettas and Final Reckoning, and she was not the Veronica of yesteryear. She's not performed like the Veronica of yesteryear.
Right. Evelyn didn't come back, so she left on a high note, whereas Veronica came back and wasn't the old Veronica. She still deserves respect.
I think the
And I'm
only
not really
Veronica
a
move she
Veronica.
did was like voting in Leroy on
Oh,
Dirty
yeah.
30.
When she took Brittany's attempt at a burn vote and made a blow up in all their faces, and poor Leroy was like, what did I do to anybody? Plus, I think Evelyn was on more, not relevant, but like she's, you don't have to go as far back to see her. Like, I don't even remember what Veronica's last season was before she was brought back on Vendettas or Dirty 30 or whichever one she was on.
It was the Ruins.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
When I was younger, Veronica was my nanny now.
Oh, fun
If
fact
that makes
about
sense.
Veronica. And so fun fact that I learned when listening to the Ryan Kehoe episode on Challenge Mania. So Ryan Kehoe used to date Shane.
Mm-hmm.
They dated before Ryan was on Fresh Meat. And Ryan auditioned for Fresh Meat without telling Shane, but he also did not tell them that he knew anybody from the show. Well, they had like broken up or whatever, or they weren't on good terms. And Ryan did tell Shane when he was getting to be the finalists, like for who they were choosing for the show, like, hey, I just want to let you know, because I don't want you to think this is weird. I ended up doing this audition. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. I'm going to probably be on this season of the challenge, Fresh Meat. And Shane was not supposed to be on that season, by the way, originally. Well, Shane was like, okay, it's fine, to his face, but behind his back was like, meh, 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 meh. Told Veronica. Veronica called somebody in production and told them that the kid Ryan actually is now exes with Shane. So they booted Danny Diaz, who was supposed to be on Fresh Meat, to bring in Shane and hoping that it was going to be drama. And I was like, Veronica, you dirty little bee. You ain't even on that damn season.
Stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot off the show.
Right.
So just a little fun fact. FF.
I'm having a little deja vu. Did we talk about this on the last podcast?
Did we?
Or we talked about it amongst ourselves?
Maybe amongst ourselves.
Maybe amongst ourselves.
Yeah, it was in our chat.
It might have been amongst ourselves. But no, I don't think we talked about, because we didn't talk about Veronica last episode. Pretty sure it's in the chat.
Okay. I'm just having major deja vu.
Or you're just having dreams about podcasts. You're being
in podcast land. Just like,
About Veronica.
So this question is related to double agents. Do you think Nani would have worked better with Corey as a partner instead of Josh? Or I guess you could even say like Kyle, because, you know, she ain't with
Well,
Josh, you know.
if she hadn't have been so up Josh's butt, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think they would have driven each other nuts.
Yeah.
Corey wouldn't have been like, I don't know how to deal with you, and Nani been like, I don't know how to deal with you. That's all.
With her
I
noodles.
don't know. Corey's so
With her
different now
ramen.
than he used to be. I think he would be chill about it.
I think they would just
Frankie
thrust
just
each other.
disappeared.
Oh,
I
is she
think
getting
my-
a potato? Yeah, throw it at Chrissy because she's Anissa.
Throw those at me.
And then the last question Theo asked was, of the remaining players, who do you think would gas out in the final if they make it that far?
Bessie.
I
Chrissy?
already told y'all who I thought.
Bessie.
Oh.
Bessie?
Me.
Josh. Well, Josh is gone. I'm talking about who's left.
Maybe.
Probably Big T.
It's the final
I
14.
don't know if I see her gassing out.
I think Gabby might. Gabby would.
I gotta be honest. We haven't seen enough of her to judge anything.
Oh, Anissa. What a stupid.
Thank you. I would definitely gas out. My asthma.
Anissa, yeah.
Give me a
So
breathing
you're
treatment every
Bessie
100
for
yards.
the guys.
I don't know.
Guys.
She would survive.
Who?
Who?
Nani. I don't know if she would survive.
She has endurance, yeah.
In smoking.
When she was with Turbo and they did like that tire challenge, she did really good. Yeah, I think she has good endurance.
I think she does too. She's a runner, yeah. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm
With
just making
that
stuff up now.
I'm like, with them lungs?
This time there's a pack of cigarettes and some ramen at the finish
And
line,
a
and
glass
she's
of
gone.
wine. She's like, see you later, bitches.
She's gone. I love you, Nani.
Look at my cigs. I wonder what kind of
Yeah.
cigarette she smokes. What brand?
Well, her teeth are so white, so they're definitely Newports.
Her teeth are also fucking
white.
fake.
The veneers.
Yeah, because her and Kyle have the same tooth doctor.
They're the teeth twins. That's what I named them last night, or whatever night it was. Last night?
They're the TT, the teeth twins.
Teeth twins.
Teeth twins unite.
I would get my teeth like that if I could. More like Kyle, not Nani.
They're
No,
both way too
Frankie,
big.
no. Frankie.
Those veneers are not cute.
No.
Frankie,
And
your
then I'll
teeth are
just-
like great, perfect the way they are.
And then I'll get
I want
I'll get
mine-
lip.
I want mine whiter, not bigger. I feel
And
like
then I'll get lip injections to match my big teeth.
Frankie, stop it.
Yeah, I hear plastic surgery is cheap in Florida. Maybe I'll just go down there.
I would know. I could never do that. And
Sometimes, like, what I would do is, like, I'd be, like, in a mirror when I'm like, gosh, these girls get these lip fillers, like, the really big ones. So I'll, like, turn my, I'm like, this is what I look like.
yeah, right.
I'm like, ugh.
I had a weird allergic reaction to V8 and my lips swelled. I'm not even kidding.
We all need to learn to like overline our lips like Cara.
I wish I
we
could, like,
maybe we could
flip
do that
my
next
top lip
Thursday.
up.
That was was that a TikTok thing where they like glued their upper lip to?
Yeah, to be, then try to, like, tell their boyfriend they got lip
Yeah.
fillers, and they, like, take their, they're like, hey, babe. And they're like, where's your damn lip?
And in this segment of the
They
Unbothered
should have done
podcast,
this one.
plastic, the
They should have done
Unbothered
the
cast
bottom
talks
lip.
about plastic surgery.
They should have done their bottom lip instead, like this. By the way,
Right.
my dog busted my lip today. I don't know if you can tell, but it hurt.
Speaking of lips,
Fun
one
fact.
last
Another fun fact. Number 2.
one last fun fact. Do you guys remember the Kylie Jenner challenge when they would put their lips in like a Gatorade bottle?
Yes, I remember that.
TikTok.
It's the same damn kids that eat Tide Pods.
Yeah, TikTok is like Satan's asshole. Like, seriously.
Oh my gosh, no. Put a little salt and
Yeah.
pepper on the Tide Pods. Delicious.
Frankie, stop it.
We do not
I'm very
condone
upset with
anyone
TikTok
eating
right now.
Tide Pods. Disclaimer.
I'm
We
upset
do
with
not
TikTok
condone
because
that.
we don't. I'm upset with TikTok because they made Squishmallows really popular, and now I can't effing
A
find any.
Squishmallow.
What's that?
Squishmallow is like a really squishy, like stuffed animal type thing. I'll show you. Hold on. I got some. Yeah. Oh, I got one right behind me. Hold on. It's really big. This one's big. This is my
Oh, that's cute.
Squishmallow.
Oh,
I'm in
It's a pillow?
keychain thing. Like she has like a mini.
It's like, this one's a really big one, but, whatever. I have like a little baby Yoda one. Well, like TikTok like made them really popular. They've been around for a few years, and now like you can't find any. I've been trying to find some at Target and Walgreens because they have the Easter ones out, and Rachel's like looking for a specific one, and they're all
But I
fucking
don't,
gone.
is it a pillow?
It can be, but it's just like it's just because it's so soft
I'm
and
so
squishy.
old. Like, I don't know about all this stuff.
I will never outgrow stuffed animals. I don't even care. Judge me if you
All
want
right,
to.
to all our viewers out there, this is what happens behind the scenes before we start recording and after we stop recording. These are our
Yeah.
conversations.
We just start talking about crap.
Just a
Yeah.
FYI.
All right, guys.
We gotta start doing outtakes.
Oh yeah, bloopers. All right, guys. Anything else we want to add?
If you made it this far into the podcast, congratulations. You win $1,000.
Ready?
I don't know from who.
And Monopoly.
I don't know from who, but go find it.
I'll write you an
I will say
IOU.
this. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some big news coming up soon.
Yeah. We will. But we're not going to tell you what it is right
I'm
now.
gonna tell you what it is. Big secret.
Cliffhanger. We're pulling in TJ.
That's right.
Security
It's gonna be
breach.
amazing.
Cutscene.
Big Brother sucks.
I'll tell you guys what it is if you Venmo me like $100.
You big hole.
Frankie, they're going to demand a refund.
Hashtag
Okay.
99.
$99.99.
It's like a bidding war. It just keeps getting lower and lower.
$89.95.
Going once.
Oh my god. So bad.
Look, she's gonna pull a cook. I'm just gonna be right here.
Oh.
Don't look.
We
Also,
already
one last-
established that is not gonna happen.
Also, one last thing. During the podcast, you guys saw me leaving a lot, going to the site. I was eating dinner. So don't.
I'm pretty sure I announced that you went to go get your pizza when you disappeared.
It was delicious.
I think Nani's
We
getting his
weren't gonna
pizza.
say
Nani? I said Nani. I was like, I think Nani's getting his pizza. The alter egos have just taken over at this point. Just call me Cam. Killer Cam.
Oh,
I'm a little pale right now. All right, guys. Like we said earlier, be sure to follow us on Facebook, The Challenge Unbothered, Reality TV Unbothered, like our page, The Unbothered Podcast, and you can catch us on Twitter at MTV's The. That's it. We are a spoiler group on Facebook, so just FYI, if you don't like spoilers, don't join and then complain that there's spoilers.
Oh, my.
All right?
Read the
It's
rules.
rule.
Read the rules.
You have to click agree.
That gets me so
Exactly.
hot.
Yes. Me too. I'm like, you literally have to click I understand. This isn't a terms and conditions. There's not 5 pages of rules. It's literally like 4 rules.
And it's not even in fine print.
We are a
You see how many times I put that we're spoilers?
It's in the
3
title,
times.
it's in the description, it's in the rules, it's in the pinned post. But on here, we really don't talk about spoilers typically too much. If we do, we go, spoiler alert. But yeah, so you can check us out, join us on Reality TV Unbothered. We talked about everything else, like Floribama Shore, which I got to watch, even though it's just Gus and Jeremiah crying about the same thing again. Yeah, my internet dropped.
So we're not recording anymore, yeah?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
We are. I can hit stop. Frankie will just cut it out anyway.
Go ahead and finish, Caitlin.
No, I'm just on the opposite end. I don't know. Like, I was watching it and I kind of felt bad, but then I was like, it's the challenge. You should have expected it, you know?
Thank you.
Church, you know, do your homework. You would have seen how CT was.
Since you missed,
Changed, you know,
I love you for that. Thank
since
you.
you missed the conversation we had earlier, Caitlin.
I know. Oh my God, the stupid freaking Wi-Fi.
It's like Caitlin's the preacher and me and Tiara are the congregation. We're all, come on, Caitlin. Preach.
No one is saying she didn't see it coming, but he didn't have to be an asshole about it. Look, let me tell you something. If I
But
see,
isn't it kind of sexy when he's an asshole?
no,
Mhm.
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
I don't.
Caitlin didn't get to see this earlier. Chicka bump bump.
If
Wait,
I
she
had
didn't see
been
Josh.
Big T and he would have reacted like that, I'd just be like, oh, okay, that's how you want to be? I'll just ice you out. He would be going insane trying to talk to me the rest of that damn season. That's how you get to him. I just wouldn't fucking talk to you. All right, cool, bye. Now I know. Now I know. I'm going to vote for you every fucking time. Anyway, my bun is all over the place because my hair is wet. So that's it, guys. We're going to say goodbye. Peace.
Peace. All right. Wait, we're not recording now, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
We
are.
are.
Holy crap. Okay.
I'm still
Give me
waiting
the
for
goof.
Nadine to say bye.
I'm trying to say goodbye with my heart.
See you next